YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another Washington football team video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here to talk about how Washington can contend and win Super Bowl 56. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case our Washington football team. Let's get straight into today's video. Let me make a disclaimer before we even start. No, I'm not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just saying how we can possibly contend and win. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying that we're going to win, but I'm saying this is what we're going to have to do if we want to bring that fourth Super Bowl, that fourth Lombardi to Washington, D.C. So, first on the list, man, obviously, we have to find who's going to play quarterback. And whether it's Fitzpatrick, it's Heineke, we sign somebody at the deadline or whatever, whoever it may be that's going to play quarterback, we got to figure that out first. And once we figure that out, we got to hope that they can play consistent. You know what I'm saying? To win a Super Bowl in this day and age, you have to have a good quarterback. You have to have a quarterback that's gonna throw touchdowns and less interceptions. See, this was my thing going into it. I was thinking maybe we can find a quarterback, or maybe we have him on a roster that can just be a game manager. But that's not gonna win you a Super Bowl. And the reason why I say that is because we're in the NFC. If we go to the Super Bowl and we face an AFC team, it's most likely going to be the Chiefs or the Bills or the Ravens. Those teams are all capable, should I say 30-plus points. Let me not say 50-plus, but 30-plus, and they can get up there to the 40-50 range. And you also have teams like the Browns. They can score 30-plus points. And we barely scored 30-plus points last year. I think we only scored 30, one time, and that was versus the Dallas Cowboys the second time. So we have to score 30-plus points to even compete with the team in the AFC. And we don't even have our quarterback right now. We don't even know if our quarterback is going to be capable enough to be a 30-plus team without the turnovers. Yes, we know Ryan Fitzpatrick could score 4 or 5 touchdowns, but it's also going to come with 1, maybe 2, maybe even 3 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, and I'm not comparing Ryan Fitzpatrick to Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes will get you 4-1, sometimes 4-0, 5-0, 6 touchdowns and probably 1 or maybe even 0 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, although Fitzpatrick could be that guy that could get us 30 points, he can also be that guy that's going to give the other team 30 points. So I think if we could find a quarterback, maybe he's on the roster, that being Taylor Heineke. You know how I feel about that. I want him to be the guy. But maybe it's Taylor Heineke who can score us 30 points and take care of the ball while doing it. Like I told you, I thought maybe we could go into the season with a game-managing quarterback and win the Super Bowl. Maybe that will get us through the regular season. Possibly the first round. I don't even know about that because you got in the NFC, you got Tampa Bay, you got Seattle, you got Dallas. And I don't know if we're going to play them in the playoffs, but I'm just saying you got teams like that. You got LA. You got a lot of teams in the NFC that's very capable of scoring 30 points. You even look at Minnesota, a team that is really getting slept on. Their offense is really, really good with Adam Thielen, Kirk Cousins when he's on, Justin Jetters or JGTS. Then you have Dalvin Cook. So that offense is pretty good too, and I would like to think that they're capable of scoring 30 points a game. So like I said, Washington, the first thing they're going to have to do is find a quarterback that's going to be able to get them 30-plus points without all the turnovers. Like I said, without all the turnovers, because I know Fitty can get us 30 points, but it's going to come at a cost. Next thing I believe Washington is going to have to do is limit the head coaching mistakes. And what I mean by that, you know, Ron, and this happens. I know it's going to happen this year, but if we want to contend for a Super Bowl, Ron Rivera is going to have those games where he wants to be Riverboat Ron, but he has to be like, nah, man, we can't be Riverboat Ron today. We got to play smart. You know what I'm saying? We got to play old school. We can't go along with the analytics, and that's what Ron Rivera is. He's an old school kind of guy. So sometimes I was surprised last year when he, went for it and we didn't get it. Case in point, the New York Giants game in the Meadowlands, Kyle Allen, he fumbled the ball, they scooped it up, and it was a fumble 6. But then he came back down, threw a beautiful ball to Cam Sims for a touchdown, and then Ron Rivera went for 2. And you guys can go back on my live stream. I said it during the game. I said, I don't agree with this call. Just kick the field goal. But, of course, I was going to ride with him. And, obviously, it's not Ron Rivera the one that came up with the play call, but he was the guy that called the shots that said go for it. And I didn't agree with it. So sometimes Ron Rivera is gonna have to know when and when it's not good to go for, fourth downs, 2-point conversions, and so on and so forth. So limit the head coaching mistakes. You gotta know when it's right to challenge. And I know with me saying this, you probably like, yeah, man, we already know this. We know that's what they got to do if we want to win a Super Bowl. But I'm just throwing it out there. The next thing, if Washington wants to contend and possibly win Super Bowl 56, this defense is going to have to take the next step. And I really do think it can take that next step. I really do, because our D-line was phenomenal last year. And that was with a injured Chase Young throughout the whole season. That was with no Matt Ioannidis for a majority of the season. We lost him in week 3. And then we really didn't have a linebacking core last year. Yeah, we had Cole Holcomb, Kevin Pierre-Louis was solid, but now with the addition of Jamin Davis, that linebacking core just got that much better. Yeah, we probably still looking for our weak side. Maybe that could be Kaliki Hudson, or maybe we put Jamin Davis there for right now and then have John Bostic in the middle. But our linebacking core got significantly better this offseason with drafting Jamin Davis. And then we go to the secondary. We drafted Benjamin St-Juste. We signed William Jackson III from Cincinnati. So this defense got significantly better this year. We drafted Derek Forrest from Cincinnati. We got Bobby McClain. We got Darryl Roberts from Detroit. So we got a bunch of things and a bunch of players on the defense, especially in that secondary. But they're going to all have to gel, and this defense is going to have to take that next step. And I would like to think that's going to happen, because if you look at guys like Ronald Darby, who in his career he wasn't really the best corner. I would like to think he had his better years in Buffalo, and then he really was injury prone in Philadelphia. Yes, he won a title there, but he was really injury prone in Philadelphia. But Philly never has good cornerbacks and whatnot. It's rare that they have good cornerbacks. When was the last time they had a good cornerback? What, Asante Samuel or something like that? But that's neither here nor there. But what I was saying was Ronald Darby, he was injury prone there, but he got to us. But then once he got to us, he not only did he stay healthy, he played behind this defensive line, and he thrived. He thrived behind this defensive line. He was our best corner last year. Yeah, he didn't, catch any interceptions, but the PBUs was there. He was just shutting it down. And William Jackson III is one of the best man coveraging cornerbacks in the NFL. William Jackson is going to be way better than Ronald Darby just because he's an overall better player. And then now you put him behind this defensive line, it's going to be crazy. He played in Cincinnati and he was putting up crazy numbers. He was one of PFF's top cornerbacks headed into 2021 and coming out of 2020. So I can only see the up for him and this defense. Then you look at Benjamin St-Juste or Kendall Fuller. I'm fine with either. I know Kendall Fuller is more of a slot guy, plays a free safety in Kansas City, but he can also play the outside. If we go Benjamin St-Juste and Fuller and Fuller in the slot, and then William Jackson on the other side, I'm cool with that. But then if we go Fuller on the outside, we go William Jackson on the other side, then we go Jimmy Moreland in the slot, I'm cool with that too. Or Darryl Roberts or Bobby McClain in the slot. We have so many weapons on this defense. I'm cool with any combination JDR comes up with, because I'm fine with it, and this defense is going to produce. But I think Washington defense needs to take that next step. I'm talking that front forward, Chase Young. You're going to have to take that next step. I'm talking possibly 10 to 12 sacks. Montez Sweat. Same with you. Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen up in the middle. Matt Ioannidis, Tim Settle. You guys are going to have to take that next step, because if we want to get to a Super Bowl, it's going to be on the back of that defensive line. So, yeah, next thing on my list that I think Washington needs to do as far as the offensive side of the ball to contend and win a Super Bowl, this offense is going to have to give Terry McLaurin some help. And they did a good job with that at times last year. But now that we have somewhat of big names on the offensive side of the ball, we should be good, because I really think now that Cam Sims is going to have to be relied on so heavily, Logan Thomas is going to have to be relied on so heavily, because we have Curtis Samuel, De'Ami Brown, Antonio Gibson is fully healthy again. So I think now that we have a bunch of weapons and our weapons healthy and back, and adding on Curtis Samuel, De'Ami, John Bates, and all those guys, I think that this offense could take that next step. But it's more important that we got to get Terry McLaurin help. Terry McLaurin has been only in the league for 2 years, and he's been the only help that Washington has had, or the only hope. And Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissick, they did a good job of, trying to take away that last year. And Logan Thomas. Let me not forget about Logan Thomas, because he had his best year of his career. But now we need that on a more consistent level. It was some games where they would have it, and there was some games where they would just disappear. I mean, they did a good job of coming together late in the season, but I need that from week 1 to week 17. And we could very well be a team that could possibly contend and win for Super Bowl 56, because honestly, we have the defense. The biggest question is just quarterback, and I know that's the biggest position on the field. But that's the big question, man. What is quarterback going to be like? And I guarantee you, if our quarterback could put up 30-plus points a game and limit the turnovers, we could find ourselves in Super Bowl 56 and possibly winning it. So yeah, man, I just want to come here quickly to talk about that. Let me know what you guys think about this video down below. Washington, possible Super Bowl 56 contenders and champions. Let me know what we're going to have to do to make that dream come into a reality. As always, it's me, boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington football team. I'm out. Peace. Cost me one time, that's gonna get you pop.